Story time. I'm going to tell you everything that I learned about cleaning pistons. Just putting together a stock bottom end 360 Magnum Mopar, and the pistons were like most used pistons, and they were all greebly, and they were near as clean as I wanted them to be to put this thing back together. So I started going down one path and did a hard turnaround, learned a whole bunch of stuff as to how to do it way easier. If you're interested in what I learned, stick around. Now I gave my pistons a real good hand cleaning, as good as I could, and I cleaned out the ring grooves with a piece of broken ring and cleaned everything up real well. Now they're actually, don't tell my wife, but they're in the dishwasher right now, giving them kind of a final blast. Hopefully that's going to work out. I do have the opportunity to put them in a ultrasonic cleaner if they're just not quite clean enough when they come out of the dishwasher, but I guess we're going to see, and we'll go from there. Okay, here's a test. Does anybody think my wife watches the stuff that I put on YouTube? I guess we'll find out. So this first go around is going to be 30 minutes, because that's what the timer goes for, at what I believe to be 80 degrees Celsius. On the dial it says 80, but it don't say nothing else. And you know what, by the heat that it heats up to, I'm going to say that's probably in and around about what it is. So 30 minutes, 80 degrees C, and let's see what we get. So this is what I used for a fluid in my ultrasonic cleaner. I just happened to watch a video on YouTube today, just looking to try and figure out what I could use. And a fella used this, and I happened to have a couple jugs of it sitting at home that I wasn't using. So that's what I used. Let's see how it works. Okay, there we go. It's hotter than shit right now. Take one of those cups. So here it is after 30 minutes in the sauce. We'll give it just a second to cool down. You can see around the pin there, it looks better. All that stuff's nice and loose. And the beauty is, once you dunk it in the water, you can see the stuff just runs off. Hey, it's in there nice and loose. Now there's a little bit left. There's a little bit left right around the pin and whatnot. So we're just gonna drop it in there one more time. But look at how nice, like, it's not perfect yet, but look at how nice it looks in there compared to the way it did before. We'll drop her back in for another 30-minute cycle. Now, just to be clear, I'm on about my 7th piston. I'm just decided to show you this one. So that juice in the cooker, it's already cleaned 6 pistons that are looking real good. This is the 7th one. I just wanted to show you how it went right through. Seemingly the sauce, the fluid, the liquid, whatever you want to talk about it, isn't really losing any strength. It's working kind of just as good as it did when it was brand new. I mean, obviously it's not going to last forever, but that stuff, that grease off stuff, I'm going to say that's probably a pretty good stuff. Now, I have talked to a couple fellas, and apparently there's definitely cheaper ways to go about it. Simple green cut with water, I guess, is a real good fluid too. But I mean, that's one of them things. I think a person's just going to have to play with it, see what works that's not only economical, but actually works real well for cleaning whatever it is you're cleaning. And that too, depending on what you're cleaning, maybe different stuff is going to work for different items. Who knows? Just trying to share with you what I've learned here. So now here's what we have after the second dip. She looks clean as a whip. Everything looks nice, and Everything looks good. You look even in here where there was all that junk before. It's super nice and clean in there. Just when I rinsed it in the pail, that stuff would just floated away. Super happy with the way this turned out. The ring grooves look really good. I mean, I did manually clean and scrape those out, but you know what? I have a feeling that I did a whole lot more of the manual cleaning than I maybe had to do. Sometime when I get a chance, I'm gonna try one just fresh out of the engine, not touching it and dropping it in here and see how it turns out. Might take a little longer, but you know what? The money, honestly, the money that you save on chemicals, whether you use mineral spirits or whatever to soak them in before you clean them, you can pay for one of these things in no time flat just by buying 8 liters of mineral spirits. At least that's the way it is around my neck of the woods. So the moral of the story is, in my humble opinion, with the stuff that I was cleaning this time, an ultrasonic cleaner is the clear cat's ass, and it's the way to go for cleaning stuff like this. There's a lot of that stuff I couldn't even get in there to begin to think about cleaning it, and basically the stuff just rinsed away by swishing it through that semi-clean, cool water. It I can't imagine there being an easier way, to be perfectly honest with you. As far as the unit that I bought, the biggest thing is make sure the tank is sized right to for like the biggest thing I guess you're gonna clean. Realistically, I don't suppose you could ever have one that was big enough. But the one I got, it was a 6 liter Vivor. It was just the right size for a piston and rod. And I mean, it's going to be good. I'll be able to put carburetor body, or I should be able to put whatever the hell I want in there, in the future. So really happy with it. Couple things, little rubber feet on the basket were sort of falling off a little bit, but that'd be no big deal. I'll just adjust something, make something else, because my fear is if there's just that microscopic vibration going on, I don't want those legs to rub through the bottom of my tank and ruin the whole thing. I mean, realistically, the way this is built with little ultrasonic transducers, there should be no reason that thing shouldn't last for frickin' ever. I mean, barring Chinesium components failing or something like that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Hope there was something that might help you in the future. Thanks for watching.